Welcome to another episode of The Rest of the Story. Now, the Cobb family players star in The Medical Company. By now, you may have heard the first part of the story. A medical lab test company is sending out its bills stamped in big, bold, all-capital letters proclaiming, "Health Invoice, open immediately." Why does this company think its bills are so important that the poor consumer must open them and pay them the very second they arrive? The bashful bloviator tried to get answers. Here's a brief snippet from his very polite voicemail message left with company brass. Hello, I'm Forrest Carr. I'm a radio talk show host in Tucson, Arizona for PowerTalk 1210. I have a question about one of your current billing practices, and would like to discuss that with you. So if you could give me a call back, I sure would appreciate it. The company did not return the calls, but now we have the rest of the story. The bosses at BIFCO, LLC, an acronym that stands for Big Insanely Profitable Health Company, recently had its weekly management meeting. Let's listen in. All right, let's get this meeting to order. Molly, what's the first item on the agenda?
First up, my idea on how to handle needlephobes.
Needlephobes? What the hell is that?
They're people who have a deep-seated neurotic fear of needles. Their reactions can get quite violent.
Sir, to be frank, when some folks say we're about to poke them with a big old needle, they gets the screaming heebie-jeebies, and sometimes they run right out into the morning or the afternoon and we lose a client. One of them here in our building last week kept running right on across the parking lot and on into the street and got nailed by a city bus, and that was just plumb ugly. Needlephobes, huh? You know, I think we just lost another one. Well, we can't have that. A fleeing or dead customer is not a paying customer. Molly, what's your idea?
Well, I propose we buy up a big supply of pink teddy bears for each of our walk-in locations. Anytime someone looks like they're going to freak out, we give them one to hold for comfort. It will have a soothing, peaceful effect. And they get to keep the bear as a reminder of how nicely we treated them.
Sounds expensive. Marstus, what do you think? Sir, no disrespect to Molly here, but the idea is ridiculous.
Why, you...
For one, it just won't work for the worst needlephobes. They'll run out with the bear in hand, and now we're out a customer and a plush toy. 2, the toy costs will pile up, and 3, our accounting department says we can't amortize the expense.
Yes, but I say...
Zip it, Molly. Marstus is right. Marstus, you got a better idea? Yes, sir. We buy sturdy lab chairs with big old straps on them, and we bolt them to the floor. And we can amortize the cost as a capital expense. And the design team says we'll be able to get the blood draws done no matter how much hollering, crying, screaming, and kicking the customer does. Son, I like the way you think. Done. What else we got? Well, we got a proposal to put an announcement on all of our bills in big capital letters that says Health Invoice, open immediately. The top line would be in red. Well, why would we want to do that? Well, our accounting department says some people wait to the end of the week, or sometimes even let 2 weeks go by before coughing up the cash. And that's costing us money. Every dollar that doesn't go in the bank is a half-penny lost in daily interest. Well, we can't have that. Molly, why are you wearing that look on your face?
Because, sir, using color ink on the envelopes will increase printing costs. Plus, if we use big red capital letters, some customers will feel they're being yelled at or dunned for payment, even if they're not late. It's disrespectful. Certainly not the customer experience BIFCO wants to be known for.
Well, so what if they feel disrespected? I mean, they still have to go to the lab their insurance company sends them to, right?
Well, true.
Well, then it don't matter if we chap their butts a little. Marstus, will this new announcement work? Yes, sir. Our psychology consultants feel people is so freaked out by Obamacare, they'll cough up the cash right away to make sure their coverage isn't affected. And will this save us money? Our profits will go up by 0.0000001%. Well, that's certainly worth rattling a few client cages. Proposal accepted. Next. Listen to the Forrest Carr Show on Tucson's PowerTalk 1210 for more episodes of The Rest of the Story. Today's episode brought to you by Dashing Dave's Discount Ambulance and Mortuary. You shoot 'em, we scoot 'em.